Okay, so we're working on the top end. As soon as I'm scraping the gaskets off, immediately I see some dumbass was in here with one of them buffing pads. They buffed the crap out of the silver, so now they're not flat. So you can see they're very curvy looking, all radiused over because they cut the gasket surface all off. So now that's very uneven. So the gaskets don't work correctly. Hopefully they didn't buff the crap out of the heads too. Dumbasses. That's the worst damn thing they invented, those stupid ass buff pads. Use hard scrapers, they work the best. They do minimal damage. These really need to be turned to make them flat again. The James gasket will probably seal them without, but they're not flat no more, obviously.
Okay. No turning she'll go.
You can feel it's how uneven it is. Should be probably at least 5 thou to finish, cut that flat at least. That'll bump the compression back up a little bit. It's starting to get a little low at 9, so let's get back up. 5 thou will give you about another 2/10 or more point. Usually works out to about 2/10 to a quarter of a point more than 5 thou on a cylinder. Not a head, but on a cylinder. Dumbasses. Yeah, they screwed that all up. So, if we're going to do something on this coating wise, we're going to have to do something to it. We're getting time crunched anyway, so.
What's the product? Probably something I can do myself if I have to.
It has to be done before I do the board work.
Oh, really? Use more time.
Yeah, just I have to ship the cylinders to you. No big deal. These are kind of crystallized. It's only a year old or so, you said?
The bike?
No, the top end job?
No. The top end job was done the first year into the bike, so at 83 or early 84 probably.
They didn't have buffing pads back then.
That's what he told me, that the heads came off because one of the valves failed. Something in the
Yeah.
They had to replace the valves. It was under warranty. It was done by Harley Davidson.
Mm. I didn't think they had buffing pads that far back. It doesn't look like a wire wheel did that. Yeah, I don't know. The gaskets are definitely hard though. Crystallized. How long ago those pads were up. Well, they've been out for a while, but yeah, they might have been around back that far. Nice and hard, huh? All right. like a gasket.
I did remember to bring my springs that I bought from you for this rebuild.
You did? That's nice. Gasket on there. It looks like there's a gasket on here, but it doesn't want to come up. Yeah, there's a gasket in there. Yep. Looks like those finger-like gaskets from CCI. That's what they look like. They appear to be crystallized too.
For sure.
They got wire mesh in them.
Was it a good product?
Yeah, they were good. Damn, they were on there. Man. Finally got the steel right there. Sharp. Ah, those are on there. See, I push pretty hard.
Yeah.
Those things are on there. Those are not coming off.
You think that's due to excessive heat? Or just years of being there?
Combination. They're on there. Yeah, these things just don't want to come off. That's way too much to get those off. This one looks like it's off already. This one came off, but this one, nope. See, this one didn't stay on, but see, this one's just cooked on there. It's the front one too. Can't blame it being the rear. These you can get under the thing and just pop it, but this thing is on there burnt on so much. It's in there. Alright. It's going to be a pain. Lathe takes it right off. So I know how to do them off. In the lathe.
They got to go on the lathe anyways, right?
Yeah, on the bottom. Need to be cut here. Alright, we'll save these for tomorrow. They're going to be fun. To get all this crap off of here. Alright, that's it for tonight. Alright, the question was how you identify a front from a rear on the shovel head. The front one's the one the gasket don't want to come off of.
That's how you know.
That's how you tell. Okay, look at your cylinders. You have a big fat area here. And this one's skinny all the way around. That's how you tell.
That area goes to the back.
The other thing you look at is this the drain hole for the oil to go down?
Yeah.
So that means that's the left, this is the right. Same thing. See the hole on the left side over there. You got your option which way you want these to go. So you look at where the pushrod cutaways are, or the intake manifold is cut away, the carburetor clearance. So you got thicker fins here.
Yep.
Thinner here. So this usually indicates there's going to be a carburetor issues in here, or pushrod clearance is coming through here.
Right.
And when you look at your motor, you see how the cylinder decks are shaped. See how they're real fat through here?
Okay.
All the way around?
Yep.
And see the front one it's not.
Okay.
See how it's thin all the way around?
Right.
So you get over here and then you stick over here.
Right.
And the reason it's made that way is because on 48, they had a groove that went all the way across this thing, all the way up through here, like up to here, and there's a hole that went through here, came out this other way, and that's how the oil drained down. So when they made the cases, they're all made the same, they never change the molds. So they're always made that way. Even though they don't use that anymore, they're always made that way.
Interesting.
Because Harley never changes a damn thing if they don't have to. They are not in for just changing for no reason. So that's how you identify, and you can see how the lifters blocks here. See how this one has the push rods right in here, and this one here has it over here. Push rod cut, push rod cut. And he also has the push rod up this side too. So you can see identify where they're at on by push rods as well as the intake manifold.
Just got to come out like this.
Because on a big bore cylinder, they're made the same. The base looks the same on big bore cylinders, so you don't have that fat area. So you look at how the push rods and stuff are made again.
I see.
And they're marked, but there's just different ways of looking at stuff. But that's how you identify things. So we got these heads. What's going on here? What do they look like?
So.
What the hell, ain't that late yet? It's only 1:30. Jeez, I don't even get up for another 3 hours at least. Not really. I don't even go to bed for another 4 hours. Which one's that one? How do you tell?
So this is going to be the front head.
Why? How do you know?
Intake is here, and the exhaust coming out.
Well, what's just the left side?
This is the left side. Yeah, look at this. Well, no, the right side. It's like this. The passenger side, if you will. Yeah, it's like this. This is the front head.
You mean the push rods are on the right, not the left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Put that here. That's how you identify it. Those aren't stock. You got acorn nuts over here. It's just an 83. See, January of 83 when this was
That's the first 83 part we found on my 83 bike.
So you have a late 83 bike, because this was done in...
He said he bought this off the showroom floor in late 82.
How can you have an 83 February? That's January of 83 casting date.
Possibly.
Where's the other head? Did they warranty out the head?
It's possible, you know, because at that, maybe when they went in for that warranty work, they just replaced them.
That's an oil burner there. That's how much oil that thing was burning. Not enough to clean it, but enough to make it dirty. See, that one's fluffy, that one's wet.
Yeah.
That's rich as hell, and probably oil. That's flooding oil out. You see all the oil residue in the pipe.
Remember when I was telling you it was like running down
the... Yeah. See, this one's more fluffy and dry everywhere.
Oh, remember we were talking about spigots? This is what I was talking about when we spoke about that.
Yeah, they're all worn away. Yeah, that's normal. Yep, typical. It's going to leak a little bit. Oh, is it not supposed to leak? This was 1282.
Off by a month. You think they just replaced this head when he came in for...
No, you said he bought it in 82, right?
Bought it in 82.
This was cast in 82. They don't cast them and then machine them and put them on a bike in 2 minutes. Usually it's 3 or 4 months ahead of time.
What I'm saying is, do you think when he had the valve problems, they just went and slapped a new head on it for him? And it was probably on the front, so this was warranted?
No, they would have slapped a pair of heads on it. Because this is too late in the year production run. This is an 82 head.
Right.
So the 83 bikes on Harley used to come out in, like November. Now they come out like in June. Next year's production. So if this was casted in 82, it would be on an 83, a late 83 motor. And you have an early 83 bike, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, like I said, he said he bought it off the showroom floor late 82. This is an 83 bike.
Yeah.
You know,
so these heads don't match the correlation of the dates. So these are later heads. But yeah, they might have warranted them out. They do stuff like that. You know, like on a day, you go on a bike and you got a problem, they don't fix it. They just yank the thing off, put another head on it, and get out the door.
Yeah.
It's under warranty.
Yeah.
Get the damn thing out of here.
You're gone. You don't have someone in there rebuilding it.
Right, and I don't know if Harley was doing that or not. That's right when Harley we took them over. Trash over there. So they might have been doing stuff like that. I don't know. I was working on stuff, but I wasn't. I didn't give a squat about what Harley did. I did not care at all what Harley was doing back then. I was working on real bikes, 45s and VLs and important vehicles.
Important stuff.
Yes, real bikes. That's why I have no room around here. There's crap everywhere. It's all that junk around here. See, you got no room in your workbench if you get too much crap on it. See, that's how that works. Okay, that's going to be worked on. What came all over that?